Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this exclusive and private VIP broadcast. My name is Darren Little from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I want to welcome you to fully learn how to turn Facebook into your personal ATM machine. Now, guys, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to open up the whole audience here. I want to find out a little bit about you and what I can do to help, right? Because that's really my goal here, is to help show you the whole strategy behind how I was able to make $7,800 in a single day on Facebook. And while I was away on vacation, make $42,000 in a single month, okay? And the strategies are actually a lot easier than you think. Anybody can do this, guys. Anybody can do this. So, Kim Caudette, long time no see, young lady. You know, guys, this is really truly the power of, our industry. It's a people business. Kim and I actually met probably about 7 years ago, I think. Was working on another project. Pornthip, can you please unmute Kim for a second, please?
I can unmute myself.
Okay, there you go. So tell me, Kim, how are you? Long time no see.
Not bad. Up here, up north in the cold, minus 18.
Where are you right now?
Fort St. John.
Okay, cool. So tell me, you obviously got an email, you saw something on Facebook. What brought you here today?
Well, I've been keeping an eye on stuff, and I thought, okay, stop sitting on the sidelines and get involved.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. Excellent. What is it that you're doing up north?
Working on the site C Dam.
Oh, okay.
The new
Yeah,
dam.
are you in like management up there, or?
I'm information and document control management leader.
Oh, fantastic. Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Okay, let's go over quickly to crab. I'm a crab. I'm born in July. So you must be born in July too, my friend. Well, tell me what's going on. Where are you coming in from?
What's happening, Matty? Coming in from Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville, Florida. How did you get the name Crab? What's going on there?
It's Crabtree, so.
Crabtree. Okay. Cool.
Call me Crab for short, I guess. I have two different phones, and one of them is Crabtree, I guess, and the other one was Crab. So.
Okay. And what do you do down south there?
So I sell real estate.
Real estate. We talked on the phone, didn't we?
Yep.
Okay, great. Excellent. Fantastic. Well, welcome to the broadcast tonight. Okay, let's go over to Haywood.
How's everybody doing?
Excellent. Where are you from, Haywood?
I am coming from Camarillo, California, about 45 minutes from LA.
Okay, excellent. And what brought you here tonight?
I was invited by somebody.
Okay, fantastic. What do you do? What do you do down there?
I work for the federal government.
Okay, doing what type of work?
I'm an engineering technician.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, let's go over to Scott Goodman. Come on down.
What's up?
Whereabouts you tuning in from, Scott?
Today I'm up in West Virginia.
West Virginia. What do you do down there?
I've got a small business here and a little small business down in Mississippi.
Okay, great. Okay, guys. So what I want to do here on tonight's broadcast is I want to, first of all, share with you what are some of the biggest challenges that people go through in our particular industry. Because people that typically come from corporate America, right, or real estate or mortgage brokers or insurance agents or any type of person that sells some sort of a retail product, they come from a features and benefits type industry which comes this way to a prospect. And the challenge is that's not our industry. And the reason why the failure rate is so high, it's about 97%, is that people just don't get our business model. It doesn't make any sense to them at all. So it's kind of like they're trying to take a round peg and jam it into a square hole, and it's never going to fit because it's not how our industry is even done. So what I'm going to do on tonight's broadcast is I'm going to start off and I'm going to share with you tonight the difference between what most people do in our industry and what the seven-figure income earners do, and why there's such a contrast in the success rate. So how could it possibly be that people try for years, sometimes even decades, to be able to make money in our industry, but yet I can take a 17-year-old kid with zero experience, and in their very first month, they can make $35,000 US. There's got to be something dramatically different about the two different business models. Who here would agree that that is a shocking difference for me to take a 17-year-old kid from zero to 35 grand his very first month in business, right? That's pretty dramatic. Would you guys agree with that? Would you agree with that? Okay. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to take you a little bit behind the scenes and show you exactly how this is done. Okay, so here we go. So that's me right there. That's actually me last year. I was in Maui. My parents actually go to Maui for 3 to 6 months a year, and I typically go in December to visit them. Last year, I went for 2.5 weeks, and I'm going to talk to you tonight about how I was able to fully escape corporate America and how I made $42,000 in a single month, all while I was away on vacation. Now, this is the exact formula, guys, that I have personally used to turn Facebook into my personal ATM machine. And I will share with you that I didn't spend a penny on paid ads. All of the money that I made was complete profit, and it all has to do with this formula that you're going to learn tonight. Now, at the end of this particular broadcast tonight, I'm actually going to give you a copy of my training manual. And this will literally save you 3 to 5 years of frustration and hardship in our industry. It's something that's valued at $197. It's had about 18,000 downloads. And I can tell you that people that go through this training manual, it literally fast tracks them to the top. Plus, I'm going to be talking about a special surprise bonus that I've never offered before. Now, here's what's possible. Okay, I want for you to understand that a big portion of this is your mindset. 95% of our industry is mindset. That's actually me with my son, Drayson. He's now 19 years old. But even he learned these strategies going to university to be able to make a part-time income on the side. So whether you're full-time, part-time, doesn't matter, but this is what's possible. There's 4 days online, $36,951.41. You can see the transactions going from my PayPal account to my bank account. That was a particular campaign that I had running. And I will tell you that no matter where you're at on your success path, there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel once you work with a millionaire mentor. This is another situation I had. In the course of a 14-hour period of time, I made $17,547.77. So I want for you to realize that, you know, the only limit that you will have is in your head. That is the only limit, okay? And it really is about overcoming your limiting beliefs and overcoming your self-talk and getting control of what's going on in your head. Now, here are some of the biggest challenges that home-based business owners face. They're typically taught to make a list of their friends and family and they don't want to harass their friends and family. So the moment that you ask them to make a list of their top 200, they start getting a queasy feeling in their stomach and they feel sick. They don't want to do it. Well, we do not do that, just so you know, okay? The other thing is that they hate getting rejected, and it's almost a process of neuroassociation. So every time that you bring up your business or your products, if you get rejected, after a while, all you got to do is look at your products and you feel sick, right? And that's why a lot of people quit, because of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, neuro-associative conditioning, and they get rejected so many times that they say, you know what, this just isn't for me. They also don't know how to generate leads to have a steady stream of qualified buyers looking at their business opportunity daily. And that is mandatory. You have to have a steady stream of leads coming to any business, whether it's real estate, mortgage broker, insurance, automotive industry. If you don't have leads, you got a problem. They also don't know how to close or upsell to higher ticket products. And that is a problem. So in other words, if I gave you 20,000 leads, what would you do with the leads if you don't know how to actually close the people? They also don't know how to get any team duplication. A lot of people don't even make any money. In fact, only 0.1%, okay, 0.1% of the whole industry makes $400 a month or higher. So how can I get the type of results that I get and with my students? That's the question. They also don't know how to market so that they become the attractor factor, so that they have incoming inquiries, incoming referrals. Here's a perfect example today. When I got up in the morning, I had a call from a lady in Saskatoon, and somebody told her that she needed to call me because I totally helped turn people's lives around. And her mom's got cancer. She's not making enough money. And it was through my content that somebody gave her that referral to give me a call to try to help her. That's called the attractor factor. And that is very, very important if you're ever going to make big money in this industry. They also don't have any money for marketing, right? And I'm going to talk to you about that tonight, with the difference between what most people do and what the seven-figure income earners do. And when I talk about a marketing budget, I'm talking about $10,000 a month or more. Typically, people are looking to make $10,000 a month and not spend $10,000 a month on marketing. So I'm going to show you a strategy that we use, where me and my business partner rolled out a campaign, and in 35 days, no paid ads, we generated $240,000 in profit. Now that you have that money, now you can delegate. Now you can hire people, hire copywriters. You can hire somebody to handle your marketing and advertising, but you actually have a proper budget to run a real business, right? And that's the difference. They also don't have enough money to purchase their high ticket products. And when it comes to high ticket products, a lot of those products can run between $5,000 all the way up to as high as $100,000. A few companies this last few years, one company called Mobe, one company called Digital Altitude. Some of those entry prices were $57,000 all the way up to $100,000. And the challenge is people either max out their credit cards, they use up all their savings account, or some people even took out a second mortgage on their home, but now they've got no money for marketing, no money for branding, and they really don't know what to do. So I had calls from people that were $108,000 in the hole following the debt model that I'm going to talk about. Now, what's the secret? What's the secret? The secret is, what we do is we look for pre-made products, okay? The pre-made products have to target the masses in any company, right? So you purchase the reseller rights of the product. So now you become the vendor, and whatever the price point is, you actually make that commission for yourself as the vendor of the product. This is a great strategy to fund your marketing campaign and build your list of buyers for free and raise money for your high ticket product purchases. So in other words, there's certain things that every single business owner needs, okay? And if they don't have them, they will go bankrupt, okay? So what we do is we find products that hit mass market, and then we show people how to use those to fund their whole campaign. Now, what you typically do, this is what seven-figure income earners do, they market products like this on the front end, right, in front of their primary business, and they pay in real time. So the moment that you do a sale, you get paid the same day, right? And that creates your cash flow. So you don't have to be in a position like most companies where you're waiting for 6 weeks to 3 months. I've waited 3 months before I got a paycheck from some companies. This is real time, same day. The moment a sale is made, it shows up in your PayPal account immediately, okay, in real time. Now, we use this particular educational library called Genesis Elite, and it pays $1,000 instant commissions the same day that you make the sale. And I'm going to explain to you why this formula works and why it can generate so much income for you. Now, here's what most people do. This is called the debt model, right? We don't recommend that you do this. So typically they have their primary business on the front end here. They invest their own money. They buy the products and the training. And if you're talking about something that's 50 grand, a lot of people use every penny that they have, and they use fear of loss tactics. So they say, well, if you don't buy those products, you're going to miss out on all these commissions. So now people have no money left. So what do? They have to learn free strategies. Now, if you don't have a millionaire mentor, that can be a 2 to 4 year learning curve. And every month you're paying your auto ship, and the companies typically want you to go to 4 different events per year. And each one of those events can cost $2,500 to $3,500 each, plus your auto ship. So if you start scaling that over 2 to 4 years, you can see how a person can very easily go over $100,000 in the hole, right? And now they're in a problem. Now, the goal would be to get to here, right, with the debt model. So the goal would be to make money and then to reinvest it back into the business. Now, the problem with that is most people actually never even get there, okay? Huge problem, okay? Now, here's the difference. This is the actual 7-figure model. This is what we do. We have something on the front end that pays in real time, okay? And it's something that hits mass market and mass appeal. So every single business owner needs it, whether it's real estate, mortgage broker, insurance, direct sales, MLM, network marketing, online marketing, affiliate marketing. The information is something that those business owners need to generate more leads and more cash flow, but it pays in real time. So that becomes the funding mechanism that now you use the company's money instead of your credit cards to purchase your high ticket products, to roll out your ad campaign. And I call this OPM, okay? This is a Donald Trump model. This is a Robert Kiyosaki model. It's called other people's money. So you're actually providing value to the marketplace, but you're not going in debt to build your business. Your business is funding your business versus your credit card. And this is really the key. Now, what ends up happening, most of my students have multiple revenue streams. Typically after their first year, they have between 5 and 10 streams of income once they learn this formula. And they rise to the top of the leaderboards literally in record time, guys, once they learned this strategy. It's phenomenal. Now, there's 2 things that you have to have in any business, any entrepreneurial business. If you don't have these, your business will go bankrupt, okay? If you don't have a steady stream of leads and you don't have more cash flow for your business, even if you've got a restaurant, a nightclub, a lounge, a hotel, a motel, any type of entrepreneurial business, even a retail store, if you do not have buyers coming into your store buying products from you, the company will go under, okay? Very important. Now, in our particular industry, there's 2 things that you need. you need personal development and leadership skill training, and you need marketing strategy training. Those are the only two areas, guys. Okay, there's two areas in our particular industry: personal development and leadership. A lot of people don't realize that our industry is actually a personal development industry. They think it's about selling products. The products get sold, but they get sold in a different way. And you need to learn marketing strategies, how to generate qualified buyers. That's really the key. Now, truly, the fastest way to learn this is just to piggyback off of what the Millionaire Mentors are already doing. So it's like we take our formula, we show you exactly what we do, and we hand it over to you, right? That's the key. So you're actually doing the same strategies that we use every single day in our business. You just copy them. You copy the similar strategy. Now, that's where we use the Genesis Educational Product Library because of the amount of cash flow it produces on the front end as your funding mechanism. And this formula, guys, I'm telling you, this is amazing because you can see here over the course of a 5-day period of time, it generated $24,288.37. And the majority of those people were incoming inquiries asking me, Darren, how exactly do you do this? We see people that are struggling in this industry, but it's consistent every week, every month, every quarter, every half year, every year. You keep on doing these numbers and you keep on having students do these numbers. What is the secret? Guys, this right here is the secret, okay? It's the funding mechanism on the front end that caters to mass market and mass appeal. So what do I mean by that? Let's say that you're selling weight loss products, okay? And you're going to the marketplace and all over your wall, all over your whole material, it's weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, weight loss. You have literally lost about 95% of all your qualified buyers right out of the gate. Because anybody who's with another company, they already think that they have their ticket to the promised land. They're not looking to get into another company, but they still need the same things. They need leads, they need cash flow, they need leadership training, and they need marketing training. So on the front end, it's very generic. And then on the back end, you can have as many business opportunities as you want, but you build the biggest list of qualified buyers up front. And that's really the key. Now, this is a part of the Genesis product library. And like I was mentioning earlier, mindset, truthfully, is 95% of your business, okay? I've been an entrepreneur for about the last 30 years, and I can tell you that you have to get control of your thoughts, your words, and your emotions. And when you listen to these interviews from 7- and 8-figure income earners, it really puts you into the right mindset. I was very fortunate to get interviewed in this particular series, but you might recognize Ray Higdon. He's probably made about 12 or 13 million. Todd Falcone, another major name in the industry. Tracy Walker made a couple $1 million in the Power Network. Greg Gomez, great marketer. Jeff Mills, excellent marketer. Jack Zufeld, he's got a number of different training programs and informational products. Evan Klassen is an Amazon best-selling author. He also did a joint venture and rewrote a new updated version of Think and Grow Rich, the Napoleon Hill series, if you've ever read that. So phenomenal value with that. And then we get into some of the basics to really take people to the next level. A lot of people don't have any time. So we show them how to do internet marketing in an hour a day, how to build a list, the 10K blueprint. 10K is the most common number that people want. They consider that their exit from corporate America. Email marketing, $1 million copy, how to write good copy, how to use webinars for your business, how to make 100K plus in network marketing, the webinar jackpot, and then the true cause of all achievement, power of execution, power of core desires, power of focus, overcoming excuses, the warrior mindset, the concrete force within you, smart wealth building, and social media income. Now, in the vault, guys, there is so much more stuff. quite frankly, I just couldn't fit everything all on this slide. So I want to give you some of the basic things here, but the vault goes very deep and it's very educational. We even get into cryptocurrency secrets and stuff to do with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a really hot item right now. So there's a lot of information in there that can help any business, no matter what you're marketing. And this is really the key, is the funding mechanism. You build your list of qualified buyers on the front end, but you can fund your whole business so the business is paying for the expansion. The business is buying the high ticket products. Your business is paying for your airfare, your accommodations, your event tickets. The business rolls out the campaign versus your credit card. And people use up their whole savings account, all their credit cards, they max out their credit cards. There's a better way to build the business, guys, and this is it right here. Now, my question to you is, would you be okay with this type of lifestyle? Because once you learn how the strategy works that we teach in Millionaire Mentoring on how to build a list of qualified buyers, how to do interviews or launch events, just like what I've got going on here, and how to make a clone of you. So before I went to Maui last year, I did a broadcast, I recorded it, and it was on a page. And then once I went to Maui, I just emailed that to my list. I posted it on my Facebook wall. I put it into various different personal development groups. And some days sitting by the pool, I did $9,000 in sales while I was at the beach, while I was golfing. And that's really truly the power of the internet, but it's really truly about leadership. It's about providing value to the whole marketplace and teaching people how to generate leads for their business and how to recruit reps into their business. Recruit reps or make sales, either or. Now, like I was mentioning earlier, 95%, guys, I'm not kidding you when I tell you this, that as an entrepreneur, 95% of your success or failure is going to be all in your mind, okay? And whatever you believe to be true is true. Okay, whatever you believe to be true will be true for you. So if you believe it will be easy because you're following exactly what the seven-figure income earners are doing, it will be easy for you. If you believe it's going to be super hard for you, then it's going to be super hard. And there's nothing that anybody can do to change your mind if whatever you believe is what you believe, okay? So the question is, what do you believe? In the event that you're literally following a blueprint that the seven-figure income earners are already doing, it's like piggybacking, almost like a waiter. So when you start off as a waiter, you're piggybacking, or a bartender, you piggyback or shadow. You shadow another bartender or shadow another waiter, and they show you the ropes. That's kind of what we do with Millionaire Mentoring. Now, that's kind of what a training class might look like. Some of the stuff that we do. I do a lot of Facebook Lives and, really giving people value on my wall or in my personal development group. But the truth is that results, I believe, speak louder than words, okay? It's really about the results. And these are some just incredible stories of people that were down and out. Jennifer and Jose, they went from an eviction notice. They had 2 days without even any water, okay? And they called me and they said, Darren, we're in dire straits. We're literally on the verge of going homeless right now, 6 children. And I said, look, just come in under my wing. I'll show you what I do. And their very first year, they made $100,000, okay? That's US, guys, okay? Let me just go back to this. They made $100,000, and now they actually have their own advertising agency, and they called me last week, and they're working on closing a 7-figure contract. This is within a 2-year period of time, guys, okay? This is a family that was on the verge of being homeless, first year $100K, now they got their own advertising agency, and now they're working on closing 7-figure contracts. Now, people say to me, Darren, well, what about real estate? Does this work in real estate? Emily Ching was a typical realtor. She was buying leads. She was doing the notepads and the fridge magnets and all the rest of the stuff the realtors do. In my opinion, that's a complete waste of money. We showed her our social media strategy. She made $170,000 in real estate commissions in an 18-month period of time. And now she teaches other realtors how to master social media. And she was actually just written up in a magazine about relationship selling and how it's different than pitching people. It's a different type of a business model, guys. This is Danny Joshi. When he met me, he was actually $50,000 in debt. He was living at his parents' house. His very first year, he made 140 grand at 24. This last year, he's made about $250,000. And, you know, it gives you an idea, like age doesn't matter, guys, okay? Age does not matter. What it really depends on is, are you coachable? Can you follow basic instructions and just follow the bouncing ball, right? Because if these people can do it, the question is, why not you? Like, seriously. This is a really inspirational story. Charlene Savage is a single mother. When she met me, she was actually living on her credit cards, okay? She had no money at all. The only thing that she had was her credit cards. She was paying interest just to eat. Her very first year, she made $175,000 in 12 months. That's US. So she lives in Australia. It's probably more like about 230 or 240 grand for her in Australia. She wrote and published her own book. Now she does speaking engagements, and she's now closing $50,000 and $100,000 deals. Now, how the heck is that possible for somebody to be flatline broke, right? No hope, and within less than 2 years, be in this type of an income bracket right out of the gate, okay? Because I've personally been raising venture capital. I've raised tens of millions of dollars. And there's a specific formula that I use, right? And it's what we teach, and people pick it up, and it's transferable into other types of industries. And it has nothing to do with products, services, comp plans, management teams, track record. It has to do with people, understanding people. And once you can master these skills, every single area of your life starts to change. Your relationships. I had one guy that was in corporate America, was an engineer. In 10 months, he had 3 pay raises, 2 job promotions. He signed a $30,000 consulting contract, and he tripled his income. That's just in corporate America. It has nothing to do with this other business model that we're talking about with the funding mechanism. That's just learning the skills that he picked up from us. This is a really great story. Billy Inalis, he kind of got pulled down the wrong rabbit hole with the whole concept of upgrading and buying more traffic and things like that. And he maxed out all his credit cards. He used his entire savings account up, and he actually had to start washing cars just to make enough money to feed his family. And he's made $140,000 in a 12-month period of time. He's now launched his own product called the 7-Figure Minds, where he interviewed 7- and 8-figure income earners. And he's also got a music business where he makes music and sells the exclusive rights to companies for their advertising campaigns and whatnot. Just built a brand new house. This is what can happen, guys. That is within less than 2 years, okay? Less than 2 years. All of these stories are within less than 24 months. This story is phenomenal. This guy, when he met me, he was making $160 a month working full-time, guys. A full-time job in Mexico, and he's made almost $100,000 in timeshare sales. So it shows that the skills are transferable, plus he has multiple income streams online. But just to give you an idea, I had somebody send me an email just this past week, 25 years old. He took the strategies he learned from us, and he started recruiting for a company for doing door-to-door sales, okay? they promoted him to vice president of marketing and sales. And when he contacted me, he said, Darren, I've already done $2 million in sales just this year. That is the power of this training, guys. This story is actually kind of close to my heart. This is my son, Drayson Little. He goes to university in Las Vegas. I taught him some of these strategies at 16. And within his first 2 weeks, he made over 2,000. And he called me last month and he said, Dad, I took some of your formula. He actually got into doing some Shopify stuff. And then he started training other people on how to run Shopify. And in 10 days, he made $4,000 working part-time while he's going to university. So very, very powerful. That's what's possible, guys. That's a couple campaigns that I've rolled out. That's over $500,000. It's even more than that now, but it gives you an idea that there's no limit, truthfully, as to what you can make in this particular type of a business model. So what I want to do really quickly is I want to just reach out, unshare my screen here, because I've got a couple of my students here. And I want to reach out, first of all, to Samuel Mojica Jr. Samuel, when he met me, was 22 years old, okay? And he was basically a factory worker. He had no money at all. And in his very first month, okay, he made $23,000 month one. So Samuel, share a little bit about your story.
All right, cool. I'll be honest, when you were talking about Charlene, Charlene, she was actually the person that when I saw her testimony, when you showed me her, it really struck really close to my heart, because I grew up with a mother, right, that was raising me and my sister on her own. So now my story pretty much starts at a bread factory where I was working 12 to 14 hours a day. And I'll be honest, I felt like a slave at that job. I had no life. I definitely had no time with my sister, and I would go home and I could never hang out with my sister. I would never see my mom because she would work a lot later. I used to wake up super early. She would work later. And by the time she comes back home, I was in bed. Now imagine, I love my mom a lot. I grew up with her. So not being able to see her, it was really tearing at my soul, because I felt that, what's the point of doing all this work, and what's the point of busting my butt if all I'm going to get in return is just money, right? If all I'm going to get in return is just, something that's not close to my heart, like my family. So now after working at the bread factory for a couple months, I started doing some personal development. I started reading books. And because of those books, I started looking online. Now, I was always afraid of going online, because honestly, there's way too many programs out there. And I didn't want to make a mistake, because I know it can be very costly. And it did cost me. I think I spent around, I think it was anywhere from, $2,000 to $3,000 over the course of 6 months, going from program to program to program, from guru to guru. And honestly, I made no money. I think I made about $300, about $300, right? With money I couldn't really afford to lose. After that, I just drew a line in the sand. After 6 months of struggling, 6 months of not being able to be with my family, 6 months of knowing in my heart that I had more potential than getting paid $11 an hour at a bread factory, that's when I reached out to Darren. And I still remember this message. I reached out to him, I was 21 years old at that. Now I'm 22. At 21, I reached out to Darren and I told him this: Darren, I'm stuck at this factory. I'm tired. I am tired of living this lifestyle. I've seen what you can do, right? I've seen the things that you've done for all these people. I want to see if you can help me. I need help. With that, Darren reached out to me. He told me, look, Sam, I'll be honest. I'm going to tell you what my mentor told me. If you want to work with me, it's going to cost money. But more than that, you're going to have to be coachable. And I realized at that time, I wasn't coachable. I was actually stuck at the factory because I wasn't coachable. I wasn't ready yet. But after he showed me this presentation, he showed me the 7-figure business model. I attended one of his webinars. I think it was like 2 hours at the time. For 2 hours, it really it hit me in the heart when he said, look, it's all mindset. It doesn't matter where you start. Where you start does not define where you finish. And when he said that, I was like, you know what? I do deserve more. My family deserves more. I'm going to give this a try. So after he told me about this business model, it took me about 3 months of really hard work, 3 months of just grinding Monday through Saturday, 12 to 14 hours a day. I think I was coming home smelling like bread. Even after a shower, I would still smell like bread, right? It was crazy. I finally reached out to Darren. I said, Darren, look, I'm done. I have the money. I just quit my job. I only have a certain amount of money in my bank account. I'm going to go all in. I'm ready to go. Let's roll. He gave me his link and he told me this, Sam, are you coachable? Yes, I'm coachable. I'm ready. Darren, I'm so ready. I had nothing else to depend on. This had to work for me. I started the program. Within day number 5, I spent 4 days training. Like any job, it's the same thing as having a job, a career. You have to train first. For 4 days, I trained really hard. Day number 5, I made $1,400 in one day. In one day. And that was with 2 hours of work. Now imagine, to make $1,400 at the bread factory, I had to work over 120 hours. 120 hours of hard labor, like not just hard labor to make that same money. I made that in one day with 2 hours. And on day number 6, I made another $1,000. Day number 7, I made another $1,000. By day number 10, I already made more money in those 5 days of actually doing income producing activities than I had in the last 4 months working at the bread factory. And that showed me that number 1, it doesn't matter what my past was. What matters is what I believe my future is, what I believe I could become. It also taught me that my family deserves my success. My family, now I'm able to actually hang out with my sister. Now I'm able to hang out with my mother. The very first month, from day number 10 all the way to day number 23, I think it was, I made $23,300. Then I raised, after that, a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks after, I raised $13,000. And now I'm living my dream lifestyle. Now I'm able to hang out with my mom. And now I'm actually paying off her debts. She had a big credit card debt, and I'm finally able to pay it off for her. Right, so that's been one of my biggest
buddy. Good job. Super proud of you, pal. I really mean that. I really, really mean that. I'm super proud of you. Okay, I'll go over to Pornthip, because Pornthip, guys, life throws curveballs to people sometimes. And Pornthip was in a head-on collision with her whole family, and she was in a really tough way. She had spent $50,000 on the debt model that I showed you, and a lot of people get pulled into that, guys, and it takes them out. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you that all your credit cards, all your savings account, gone. She lost $50,000 in the debt model before she got a hold of me, and she has made close to $200,000. Good job, Pornthip. Tell us your story, Pornthip.
Thank you, sir. Hi, everyone. I was really in the bad shape when I met the Millionaire Mentoring, Darren Little and Ari Maccabi. I went into the debt model with the online business because I was searching online to find other ways to earn income, because I was in a bad shape at 9-to-5 job. So I was transitioning from the full-time career into the entrepreneur. And my mom also been diagnosed of cancer during that time. So I really, really need something to replace my income so I can get out of work. And that on top of that, my health is really, really poor because of the depression and the stress from work, the pressure that I caught. So I was carried by ambulance a few times during that period. So after the car crashed, that's almost killed the whole family. My back was against the wall, and we lost all of our lifetime savings, my husband and I. And the guilt hitting me, and the self-esteem is gone. The confidence is not there. And I was thinking that I wanted to die. And I was hating myself to survive the crash, because I could have just been dead. And then like God said, I made the Millionaire Mentoring Program, and Darren has helped me tremendously with the mindset, with the self-love, and the way that he processed the program is like hands-on activities that we have to apply. So I follow the step by step, implement every single thing that Darren told me to do. So I then 6 weeks, in the 6 week time frame, I won the contract of my consultancy work, and that has freed me up from my 9 to 5 job. I quit my job and I do the consultancy contract till this day. And a few months later, I won another contract. So I then, have the freedom, have the financial that I now having the no credit cards. I'm basically live off my cash flow. Basically, I now have multiple income stream following the strategy that they have in the Millionaire Mentoring Program with the cash flow strategy. So not just the leadership, it's not just making money. My family have the better relationship because no more feeling guilty and self-blame about, I'm the one who make everyone lose everything, So I now a happy girl, and our family now have a better, stronger relationship. So thank you so much, Darren.
Fantastic, fantastic. Guys, I want to just reach out really quickly if he's still here, because a lot of people say, well, what if I just got started? Like, what are the possibilities here? Life throws curveballs, guys. It does. Okay. Life throws curveballs. And, Civi was in a situation where he did some investments. He lost a lot of money, and he owes the money to the banks, and he's in dire straits to figure out a way out. And he just literally started. And the first week that he applied the strategies, he made $3,500. So Civi, come on out and have a little chat here with everybody.
All right. Hi, guys. Thanks for having me on, Darren. It's a pleasure to be here. So, yes, life does throw curveballs at you, but you can't control what happens. You can only control the reaction you have. So I decided to go on a journey and try to figure out a way to get money from my computer, because it was literally the only choice that I could see on my plate. You see, guys, I live here in the Philippines, and I'm a hospitality consultant, and I have investments in various businesses, and it all got taken away. The government closed down. We had no choice. My wife and I both lost our jobs. We lost our investments. We lost our shares in companies. We lost everything. Plus, at the same time, I had recently heavily invested in some ill-informed investments, let's say, to be the least. Now, I went online, and like everybody when they go online, I had no idea what I was doing. I was completely overwhelmed. I was throwing money at training. I was throwing money at traffic. I was buying things. I was following people around. Basically, I was getting duped over and over again, as newbies do when they come online. And I was starting to lose hope, to be honest. I was thinking, maybe this isn't the thing that's going to do it for me. Even though I feel down deep it is, maybe it's not. And in my searches, I came across Millionaire Mentors, Darren and Ari. And I'll tell you guys, I've been with them just over a few weeks now. And the clarity that they give you on the actual industry and actually what we're getting ourselves into based on their years and years and years of experience is the thing for me that is absolutely priceless. Because the things that they have in their mind from being in this industry for so long is something that would literally take me 30, 40, 50 years of doing this to actually figure out. But all you have to do is align yourself with them, and you can be overwhelmed with all their knowledge. And the amount of value they give you is literally priceless. So since I surrendered my ego and I said, you know what, I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I should listen to some people who know what they're doing. I jumped into Black Ops a couple weeks ago. I started implementing their strategies, and instantly I started seeing money show up in my PayPal account. Like, when I say instantly, I mean instantly. Like, the second day I made $1,000, the fourth day I made $1,000, I made $500, I made another $1,000. And all of a sudden I realized it is possible and anybody can do it. Because believe me, it may not look like it on the outside, but inside, I'm not the happiest guy these days. It's been a very, very hard year for me and my family. But the mentorship and the guidance these guys give you, honestly, can change your life. And again, I'm like Porntip says, like Samuel says, it's not all about the money, guys. These are genuine leaders who care about their students, and they will change your life just like they changed ours if you simply surrender your ego and say yes to what they have to offer, because it's amazing. So I'm starting to make money. I'm on the right track. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm very clear on what the industry actually is, and I have everything to thank to my millionaire mentors. So thank you very much for that, Darren and Ari.
Fantastic. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. I'm so proud of you guys. So proud of you guys. It's just awesome. Okay. So what I want to do here now, guys, I want to share with you a little bit more about this, is that this is really what our industry is about right here, okay? It's about leadership. It's about showing people what to do and how to do it. So my question to you is, what if I was able to teach you how to build a business, any business, without having to harass your friends and family, okay? Facebook has hundreds of millions of people online, hundreds of millions, okay? And it's literally like walking into a gigantic lounge and being at a big party. And, you know, imagine if you saw somebody that you said, oh, that lady there, she's really successful. And in the corner of your eye, you got a printout that told you what kind of books that she liked, what kind of movies that she liked, whether she was married, how many kids she had, what kind of work that she does, whether she travels, whether she's in our industry. Facebook is that. It's like being in a gigantic lounge. And once you learn how to master the people skills, it is amazing. And once you learn about attraction marketing, what if I was able to show you how to generate an unlimited supply, okay? An unlimited supply of leads for free in any business. And I'm going to actually log into the back office of one of my personal accounts in real time. So you can see it's not just a computer printout. You can see it in real time as to what's actually possible. What if I taught you how to close and upsell to higher ticket products? That's really where the big money is, truthfully, guys, right? When you want to start getting into, like I had 1 month where I made $165,000 in a 30-day period of time. Well, it's obviously a combination of multiple different income streams. In this particular income stream, I made 108,000 US, but I worked hard. Okay, I'm not going to tell you guys, I'm not going to, create some illusion that I didn't bust my butt that month, because I did. Okay, I worked hard, but heck, for 165 grand, after that, I took a first class ticket and I went and spent 2 months in Manila with Ari and his wife. Right? So it really gives you the freedom. Now, of course, I can take my computer with me. I can still work my business from anywhere in the world, right? But closing and upselling strategies are, when you learn those skills, it can help you in any career. What if I was able to teach you how to get explosive team duplication in your business? And that's really about leadership, right? Learning the leadership skills and learning how to motivate, inspire, and lift people up to their fullest potential. What if I was to teach you how to raise the money for your marketing campaign and your high ticket products? Keep in mind, when I roll out a campaign, it's specifically so I can get a budget so that I can scale up my business, right? That's the key to this. What if I was to be able to teach you how to make commissions while you are sleeping? Okay, and that's what happened to me when I went to Maui, was that it was my clone that was doing the work. Okay, my clone was working for me while I was on holidays. Now, I've had times where I've created a clone, I've emailed my list, and I've woken up, okay, in the morning to 20,000 bucks, okay, getting out of bed and making 20 grand, okay, and that's the power of this. What if I taught you how to become the attractor factor, so that people literally lined up with credit card in hand wanting to join your business, right? That's the power of attraction marketing. What if I taught you how to create the right type of engaging Facebook content that not only creates huge interaction, but creates incoming inquiries about your business? What if I was able to teach you how I personally recruit new reps into any business? Okay. This is what I taught that door-to-door sales guy. And when he contacted me, he's now thinking of expanding into other states and globally, right, as VP of marketing with this company. And as he's making the money, they're giving him shares in the company, right? So he told me that if he took a buyout right now, it would be about $10 million. He's 25 years old, guys, right? But that's what I taught him, was how to recruit new reps in 6 to 45 minutes. And then what if I give you access to a private Facebook group filled with tons and tons more marketing strategies, mindset strategies to really help you to 10x your business? Now, I say this to my students: don't just wing it, okay? What my millionaire mentor said to me was this: surrender your pride, Darren, surrender your ego, and just be coachable. And I'm going to tell you guys, when I first started, I was good at another type of a business model. And quite frankly, I was a little bit full of myself. And I had to be completely retrained with a different type of a business model. And the only way that that will happen is if you surrender your pride, you surrender your ego, and you're willing to follow the bouncing ball. Truth be known. Now, here's the process. What I'm going to be offering here tonight, guys, is the 7-figure secrets that we personally use. It's in a Facebook group. It has a value of $15,000. And I can tell you that that fast tracks people so fast in the industry because we teach them exactly what we do. I'm also going to give you access to a training, a top recruiters training that went completely viral. And even when I told the people in the group that it was only for the group, it was so effective that people started handing it out like candy at a trade show. No joke, okay? I finally had to restrict the video and pull it offline and just keep it private for my, the people within the Millionaire Mentoring, because people were actually giving it out to all their companies and weight loss, skincare, nutraceuticals. They were giving it away like candy, and it started to go completely viral. It was crazy. I'm also going to give you access to my top secret traffic source. That means that you'll be able to use the same traffic sources that we personally use. And we have some of the best tier 1, top tier traffic that we use. And my business partner, Ari, he actually has a traffic company that he uses for CPA marketing, cost per acquisition marketing. And just last year alone, Ari made about $10 million, to give you an idea of what's possible. I'm also going to give you access to all of my personal contacts. That means that my graphic designer, my copywriter, all the people that I personally use, my 3D graphics guys that turn logos into, like they look like they're on television for the news networks and stuff like that. I have a network of people that can save you a ton of time. Search engine optimization people that can write blog posts for you with high quality content for pennies on the dollar. And it's when you can go directly to the 7-figure contacts, it can save you a lot of time and money. And then also the Exodus Elite Genesis product library that allows you to make the $1,000 commissions. Now, the total value of that whole package, guys, is $20,343. And quite frankly, if you paid that much, it would be a bargain. Okay, and I'm not kidding you, compared to what's on the market. We are in this industry for the people, okay? Now, Ari, I don't know how long he's even going to be working anymore. I mean, he's thinking about having a family now. He's got enough money that he's really, truly never has to work another day in his life. So, I'm not even too sure how long we're going to train more students before we just, kind of retire, so to speak. But we're on a mission right now. We want to be able to help families to be totally able to transform their lives. So right now, you can actually get started. If you get started tonight for only $1,349, guys. And this is the reason why we have so much success so fast, because of the value that we provide to the industry. Now, you keep in mind, you're making $1,000 commissions, so your startup cost really is just to set the business up, okay? We're really doing this for the people, and you know, the thing that makes this so powerful for us, truthfully, is the transformation stories. It's really about the people. There's only 30 spots left, and right now, if you take action tonight, I'm going to be doing a 3-hour Super Saturday training where I show you these strategies live. So I create content right in front of you. When the leads start coming in, I show you how I turn those into cash flow and sales right in front of you, live, like you're looking over my shoulder. And it's powerful, guys. I'm telling you, when you start making $1,000 commissions, and you know, you wake up to $1,000 day, US, I might add. Okay, so that's $1,300 Canadian if you're in Canada. It will completely, totally change your life. Okay, it will expand your mindset so much of what's possible when it happens once. Okay, when it happens just once. And this is truly your chance to create financial freedom for you and your family. I've had calls from millionaire mentors that are my personal friends that charge 25 grand for a weekend. And they told me that I am crazy to do this for the people. But I do it for the people. Okay, it's a true story. Now, it's $1,349. I got 30 spots left before I wrap that up. And your deadline is Sunday, November 11th. Okay, so there's a couple more days left on this particular group, right? And then once that group wraps up, I move all of them into training. Okay, there's 30 spots left for that. Now, I promised you guys that I was going to give you a free gift, my $197 training manual. Okay, and when you go to that website, there's a pop-up that comes up, and you can just put your email in there and it'll be sent out to you in an email. So darrenlittle.com. And, you know, this particular campaign was for 50 families. I try to work in groups. And like I said, there's 30 spots left for that. So, but what I want to do here real quickly is I want to give you an idea, guys, of what really can happen. Okay, this is one income stream. This is just one income stream. Now, keep in mind, like I was mentioning, most of my students, let me just see how much power I got left. I got to plug in real quick here. Most of my students in their first year have between 5 and 10 streams of income. But I'll give you an idea here of what one income stream can look like. And that is right here. Okay, so now keep in mind, that is US dollars, right? That's US dollars. That's $280,850, okay? And for most people, guys, that is life-changing money. And, you know, keep in mind, there's multiple income streams that are that we generate. We're in multiple different programs, but once you have a list of qualified buyers that are all in our industry, they're all sold on the business model because they all have the same pain. That's the thing that you got to understand. It doesn't matter if you're selling weight loss, skincare, nutraceuticals, energy drinks, legal, credit repair. Every single business owner has the same pain. We show them how to do the business model so they understand it, and they have value on the front that is their funding mechanism to be able to build their list of buyers at a profit, and then we show them how to market that on the back end. So that is that. So let's just go back out to here. So I'm going to put a link here in the chat box, guys. That is, if you look, if something went green there and it just lit up, that is the link to get started. There's 2 stages to it. You pay $299 for the reseller rights on the front end. And then you need the, oh, wait a sec, that went to PornFlip. Let's hold on a sec. Let's see, here we got here, just hold on a second here, guys. Okay. Oh, you know what? You've got the control, PornFlip. Can you just forward that back into the chat? And the product is called G1000. So if you can go into the chat, PornFlip, and then forward that to the rest of the people that are on this particular broadcast. There we go. Okay. And it's and also put G1000. So, you know, truthfully, guys, I'm telling you that we're in this for the people. Our whole mission is to help, you know, transform people's lives. You know, I've made a lot of money over the course of my own career. My best year in business is almost $4 million. So this is really about you, truth be known. This is really about you and helping get you and your family to the freedom lifestyle. So if there's any questions, I'm happy to take questions before we wrap up for tonight. Does anybody have any questions that they would like to have answered? We're good? No questions? Okay, great. I must have really did a good job then. Awesome. Well, guys, I'm really excited for you. Throw your hat over the wall. Click that link below in the orange chat box. It's $299 on the front end for the reseller rights. The product is $1,050. We add you into the 7-figure training that we have, the group, and you have constant interaction with our whole team, which is probably about 1,700 people from all over the world, that really gives you a strong support system and really helps to 10x your income. So guys, my name is Darren Little from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Thanks a lot for joining us on this broadcast. Special thanks to my guests, PornFlip, Samuel, Civi. Super proud of you guys. Guys, thanks a lot for joining us and have a great night. All the best.